Rain. Just remember, the night that you creep into a girl's bedroom, you're gonna fall head over heels down the fucking stairs with your guts cut on the broken glass of the window that I smashed you into.
Damn.
Tonight when I reach you, evil will battle evil. Winner kills all. And the only one who will not get out alive is you. I'm coming for you. Signed, Jane the Killer.
How long are we going?
I really hate Jane, actually.
How long are we going anyway?
44 minutes.
And how long are we going? 1 hour?
Probably. It was. Miss, do you know a Jeff? Is that a friend? Somebody you've seen around the neighborhood? A name from somewhere in this town? Miss Brand's boyfriend?
Not at all. I don't know Jane either.
Of course. But I'm sure that the previous officers got any information about Jane. Have seen anyone that might have been Jeff leaving the house? Heard from a neighbor where the man might be headed?
No, Agent E, shouldn't you be more concerned who wrote the note? Who wrote the note than who it was for?
Right, you are.
I'll laugh.
You see, we've been tracking a son of a bitch named Jeff. I almost had too, but like an idiot, I thought to let him wander a bit too far. And then something like this happens. If there wasn't anything else, miss, maybe I should be.
Agent East, please, you have to find these people. This person, this murderer. 3 people died in my house, and God knows what he did to my baby.
Oh, God. He just gave him a teddy bear, that's it. Man, please, I assure you, I've been following Jeff for a while now. I'm going to find the son of a bitch.
I'm sorry, he's been crying so often since last night.
May I? Herp, derp, derp, herp, derp, derp. I'm done.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Bobby's gonna kill you every day and every night. What? How did...
That should be everything I need. And don't go to sleep. Oh, this is Jane. Okay. Secretly. Don't go to sleep. You might not wake up.
Okay.
Thursday. The story's almost over. Like a little bit more. Okay. A light rain began to fall as the nighttime was quickly approaching.
What is downpouring inside?
The wind splashing from passing cars helped to clean off the now once again stained hoodie. The caked blood leaking off his clothing with the rain as it grew heavier and formed a small river of red behind him. The feeling that had begun so long ago was gone for now, but he knew it would be back soon. He could only think clearly for a short while. Long enough for the pieces to start falling into place. This woman from the bar that knew his name, the hooker from the hotel that knocked him out, the odd note that he found in the baby's room. Who could be following him? And if they hated him so much, why didn't they kill him already? Fuck! Where the fuck is Jane? I'm saying that part. The feeling was inching back into his mind. More violence, more blood. He wouldn't be able to think soon. He never thinks at all. His hands returned to his pockets, the edge of the knife that he had already cleaned and sharpened to a razor's edge. Oh, dang. The feeling will be soon, too much soon. He needs help. Oh, now you need help.
Yeah, really.
And maybe now there was finally someone who could help him. Jeff needed to return back home. The light rain had picked up to a thunderstorm by the time Jeff reached his old house at the end of the town. Edge of town, whatever. Still raining?
Yeah.
A crack of thunder and a shatter of glass. Jeff was in the house. The sound of rain outside through the broken windows and into the house. Echoed, whatever. I think I skipped that, whatever. Hey, Jeff. Ha! I should have known you'd come back if I waited. I almost thought you'd stop caring. Jeff turned around, and before he could say anything, Lou took a trophy off the shelf, and a wet crack rang through Jeff's ears. Close enough. You! Go to sleep.
Okay. I'll just drink this part.
Okay. Jeff's world went black. Jeff woke up in a living room full of industrial tools and assorted drills, knives, and hammers. The room seemed to have been built like a class for anyone who wanted to get into carpentry, not like me. Where the hell am I?
I've been waiting so long time for this shit.
Lou responded, but it wasn't in his male voice. It was a female voice. Jeff saw as Lou's features evaporated from his face, spilling off of him in a thick cloud of smoke. The young male's skinny frame transformed into the luscious curves of a woman in a tight black dress with oddly only solid black orbs for eyes. pale lips smirked at him with a familiar teasing smile. "You're the bitch from the bar." Dun dun dun. Jane turned on the utility light and gripped it and turned it towards herself. Her skin was pale like a corpse and contrasted by the curled raven hair that fell to her mid-back. Oh god, this is why I'm mortal. In a way, she was a beautiful woman.
Woman.
But the air about her seemed to be as ugly as dark as the aura that surrounded Jeff.
"I told you I'd be coming for you in the end. Oh, and did I mention your brother fit me like a glove? So did
Your mother, your father.
the paper boy, but your features, I'll be glad to peel the skin off your face, Jeffrey. Finally bringing you a little rampage to an end."
Evil laugh. Really now, why would you?
Why? I'll tell you why, you little piece of shit. A little town called Bellevue, Illinois. Remember it, alright. You're a psychotic fuck. I guess you don't. So, let me remind you. 11 years I've been searching for you. For 11 fucking years! Since I was 10. Since you told my parents to go to sleep. Since you overlooked my room. Since I moved up. Okay, you just left me alone. I didn't finish reading.
Sorry.
God damn you.
Since I moved up the fucking blood. I'm sorry. Psychotic.
You're right. I don't remember a single second of it.
You're going to regret everything that you've done to me.
Moha. Okay. You missed my throat. My face has plenty of holes in it as it is. For Jane the murderer. Her parents are dead and she was... Let me try that line again.
Yeah.
Her parents are dead and she's going to bitch and whine with her little knife.
Fuck you!
When did you get calling me a?
Please, black eyes, that little smoke and mirrors trick. You don't... Dang it! You don't do what I do. I'll see you some shit, lady. Demons, monsters, tall motherfuckers in the woods.
Oh, woman.
It comes with the territories. I think he's mentoring Slenderman there.
Oh.
Pathetic little teenager makes a deal with the devil. And that kind of deal doesn't come cheap. You need blood. A lot of blood. Okay. Okay. The blood leaking out of Jeff's mouth dripped onto his chest and arms, granting him just enough wiggle room to split his hands out of his restraints and fall to his foot into Jane's stomach, knocking the woman to the ground. Like, boom! Boot to the face. Before she could move to pick herself up, Jeff continued the brutal assault by throwing the wooden chair itself at her, breaking it over her back, an act that would have crippled a lesser woman. I like your playpen, Jane, and Jane is screaming like a little bitch. Taking a fistful of Jane's hair, Jeff began dragging her to a wooden table at the edge of the room. In her daze, her only thoughts were that this didn't go as she envisioned it for so many years. Her only thought was to panic. Really, you couldn't have caught me at a better time. I've been so hungry for this and your blood since I saw you at the bar. It's still raining. As he forced her arm into place, Jeff couldn't help but marvel at her arm, at how her arm seemed to have been made for the middle vice. It fit perfectly, almost like it was made for this from the start. Probably was. Crunch, scream, derp. Okay. The sound of snapping bones and torn muscles from the woman's wrist echoed through the home. Ew. That must hurt like a fudge.
Fucking.
Yeah. Jane frantically gripped in all directions, reaching for a tool of some sort, anything that she could use to escape the unbearable pain. The first handle she could find, she clamps her hand on and swings with all her might at Jeff's leg. Derp, derp. Jeff fell to the ground from a shattered bone. Bewildered, Jane inspects the hammer that she now has clamped tightly in her hand. Listen, it's the hammer from Smash Bros.
Okay, just keep reading.
Okay. One quickly gave way to pain, and she was snapped back to reality. Jane desperately clawed at the device, untwisting it as quickly as she could to free her mangled hand. She stared at the now useless appendage. The device had applied so much pressure that it split the skin and crushed every bone, leaving her The wrist looking like a broken balloon full of jello. Gross.
Oh, cow.
Fucking bitch! And he's like, here, this you.
I know, but you didn't read the other one.
Ah!
Okay.
Whatever.
Die, you bastard, die!
Excuse me, I burped. I'm going to rip your fucking heart out and ram it down your throat, you dirty whore.
Ah, yes.
And
do
then
that.
wind, thunder, rain. Oh god, my head hurts. Blood leaked from the walls. More that should have been possible to be in Jeff's body. The thunderstorm outside the walls of the house churned the skies above, which I don't think is possible. The clouds forming an opening. It's a hurricane. These were no longer two people. These were demons or a stray bolt of lightning igniting the house.
Igniting Attic in the house.
Thank you. The walls transformed from dripping blood to a putrid-smelling inferno. Ew. Jeff stepped back from Jane's... Jane stepped back from Jeff's twitching body, leaving him in the broken pool.
Don't go to sleep, Jeff. I need you awake for this.
You just...
Jeff picked himself, shaking off the ground. Putting pressure on his leg caused a sickening crack. The pain from it was blinding, but not as blinding as the feeling was at this point. That's my leg. Fuck the tools. The power tools, the saws, the hammers. Nothing would satisfy Jeff like this would. He withdrew his knife from his pocket. Oh, I'm not going anywhere.
You look like my life.
What? You took... Oh, shit. You took my life, Jeff.
You took it away from me. And this moment is all that I could think about for in the past 11 years.
I haven't taken it yet. Give me another minute. Jeff limped slowly towards Jane. He had been crippled by the hammer, and his blood loss had turned his vision into a blur. Jeff rose to arms from his side, and the room around him seemed to be shifting and darkening. Come at me, bro!
Bitch, please.
Exactly. The whole house was becoming Jeff's personal hell. His mother and father stood beside Jane, just as he remembered them. Gutted, bloody, dead. Why did you do this to us, son? You, Margaret?
Yeah, sure. Why didn't...
Margaret.
Oh, we didn't lie to you. We never did. We're just trying to protect you, honey.
You could have been with us, Jeff. We're happy. We were happy and safe where we're at, bro. But sadly, you'll be cleaning toilets in hell. Cut after cut from his own family. They surrounded him, chanting, cutting him deeply with saws and screwdrivers from the carpentry house of horror. Jane laughed at Jeff's face. Ha 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 ha! And they're all saying, go to sleep. Yeah, but just it's you.
Do you see the pain, everything you've lost? What you've done to yourself? Do you feel what I felt, Jeff? This is what you've done to everyone else. This monster you have let your insanity become. This is...
Stabbing McStab Stab! Anyways, blah blah blah, music and chanting is cut out. You give me way too much credit, Jane. I don't give a shit.
You!
Shh! Go to sleep. The house burned. And now it's Friday. And sweet dreams. I need to find a good version of that song on guitar, actually. Okay. You be the second coroner, dude, after I read this.
Hey.
On the cold smell slab of the morgue, before the mortician laid an average height, lanky, pale man. The skin of his face is pulled impossibly tight from scarring. His eyes stare blankly at the ceiling, never able to close. His mouth is permanently ripped into a smile across his face. This is Jeff, also known as Jeff the Killer. Homicide, plain and simple. Cause of death, severe blood loss due to disembowelment.
Frank, you can't be serious. You heard they pulled this guy from a fire, right?
I read the police report, yeah, but there was not a single burn mark on the guy. Do you see charring? Because I sure don't.
So you're suggesting that someone burned his clothes and then dressed him in them and dumped his body in the house after the fire?
I'm suggesting this guy was in one hell of a night fight before dying of blood loss in the house.
No man can die in a burning building and not get burned, Frank.
Well, look at the guy's face, Ellie. Does it look like a man anymore? To you? Well, Jeff's eyes refocused on the doctor's face, which proves he's not dead. And then there are credits rolling, narrator, and this is the end of the story right here.
Yay.
9 months later, again in the cold, lifeless morgue, with two of the most criminally insane humans ever to walk the earth. In front of the coroner lay a beautiful, young, black-eyed woman, dead. When the police found her body, she was lying on a table, hands and feet chained to it, with a message scrawled on the wall. Go to sleep, I'll be waiting. Cause of death, childbirth.